Okay, this is a brief overview of the new release 6.3.4, its major function, which is authentication, and the improvements that we've done and enhancements we've done to authentication with On-Air Net Scraper. So to bring up authentication and configure it, click the Tools menu button. In the Tools menu, go down to Tools, and then slide down here to Secure Storage menu, and you will see Authentication and PIN Configuration. First thing we want to do is authentication. On authentication, you have two methods of authentication. You have two-factor and you have device authentication. The first thing, if you haven't done it, is to create a two-factor authenticator account. These accounts are associated with Google's Authenticator and Microsoft's Authenticator. You get to pick one, but you need to use either one. Since I've already done that, I'm not going to do it for real, but I'll just walk through it. So we're going to create a two-factor authentication, and what pops up is the Q code to read into your phone or whatever device you want to create the account on, let's say, Google's Authenticator. Or you can authenticate using the secret key here. The thing that you need to remember in this is that once you've created the account in Google Authenticator, you absolutely need at this point in time to activate it by clicking this activate button. I'm not going to do that because I've already authenticated with a different key, but it's very important to do this activate, or your authentication key will fail. So I'm going to close that, and now if you want to authenticate with two-factor authentication, you would click the two-factor authentication button and key in the code that you receive from the Google or Microsoft Authenticator, and then hit submit to validate it. So I'm not going to authenticate this way right now, so I'm just going to hit submit, and it's going to tell me I failed, which is just fine. The other authentication method that you can use, if you have a PIN code to control your device or a password, that's the device authentication. And as you can see here, what you get to pop up is the authentication window for a normal device, such as, since I'm on a Mac, it comes up with the typical Mac login sequence. So I'm going to take this off to the side here and authenticate into my Mac. And now you can see my device, my On-Air Net Scraper, is now authenticated. So I can close this. Now the next thing you need to do, and make sure you do every time too, is to configure your PIN. This is the encryption PIN, or PIN that's used to encrypt your data in your secure storage. So we're going to do that, and I'm just going to pick any number here, typical number that you wouldn't use. It has to be 6 digits long, and I'm going to submit it, and it tells me that a pin's been securely saved, and that's only at runtime save. It's not permanently saved, and an encryption key is configured, and again, that's runtime, not permanent. And I'm going to hit submit. Now that's saved, so I'm going to close, and if I go back to tools and I go back to storage, you will now see that the manage storage window will appear, and this will appear if you have secure data. So if I click on it, I can see that I've got a bunch of passwords configured here for various accounts. And as you know, like QRZ is always your call sign. Your QRZ key is always your call sign. Again, QRZ, that's QRZ CQ up here. And your netlogger is always your call sign. Now, if I click in here, what it's going to happen is that it's going to request me to authenticate again, because it's just a triple protection I put in there. And I'm not going to authenticate because I don't want my passwords to show, but I will close this. And since I didn't authenticate, my passwords won't be displayed. And that's it for configuring authentication. Authentication is used for important for things such as when you click on a call sign and you want to do a lookup, it's going to automatically fill these fields in for you if you're in your secure database, and decrypt them for you. If you don't have a PIN, these will not get decrypted and will not be available to you. I can see by the asterisk here that it's available for me. Let's close this and let me show you what I mean. So we're going to close this, and I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back to Tools and Secure and go to PIN. And I'm going to clear the PIN and submit it. And I'm going to close that. And I'm going to go down to Tools, Storage, and Authentication. And I'm going to clear the authentication. Right. So if I now go to a list and I try to click on a call sign and I try to look up a call sign, you'll notice that nothing's filled in because the storage has been blocked from reading because nothing's authenticated. So you'll see it's very important that when you first start up On-Air Net Scraper that you set up your PIN authentication and you authenticate every time you start up. Although you can see that the authentication button is here that I can authenticate now, like that, and it would decrypt memory and pull up all the data for these fields to be filled. Anyway, that's the new release main function. Thank you for trying On-Air Net Scraper.